Alright. Yeah, hi. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, let me just check if... let me just check something. Just check if everything is being recorded well. Hi, kids. I think, yeah, we're okay. We're live! Well, not live, we're on. Yeah, hi. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night RAW review. We're back to basically a typical boring RAW. Okay, this RAW is pretty boring. This is, they got on show for Saturday night main event or whatever. And, yeah, because, and Friday will be the home show entirely. Let's just say, I am not ditching SantaCon for Saturday night main event. Alright, it's not worth it. So, Saturday night main event is happening, right? And the goal of Saturday night main event should be a pay-per-view special on TV. Big matches that happen, even somewhat like WrestleMania caliber matches. You know, well, not necessarily WrestleMania caliber matches, but just big matches in general with stories, you know? Sure, Cody and Kevin Owens, that's the little big match, but like, is that really the big match you can do for a show like Saturday Night Main Event when you're bringing it back? Like, matches like Cody versus Roman, not a fan of Cody Rhodes, but matches like that happen at a WrestleMania should be happening. You know what I mean? Same thing with, like, why the fuck CM Punk's not on the show, and why not do CM Punk versus freaking Seth Rollins even, based on, like, how you're booking things, you know? Why aren't you doing, like, where is, Roman Reigns is not going to be on this fucking show. CM Punk's not going to be on this fucking show. If you really think about it, John Cena should have been on this fucking show, you know, like, to maybe kickstart his, like, little, you know, tour. Like, you could just, like, you know, for the first Saturday Night Main Event, why not, like, back in how many decades it's been, on a TV special, Cena should have been on the show. Why are they not, like, this is like this is an opportunity to try to make people care about your show, try to do the biggest show possible, get the biggest viewership if you can, and yet they're not even doing anything to make you care about the fucking show. Like, great, like, this show is just, this show really just felt like they're not even treating it like a big show. This is just a typical Saturday show. Like, it's Saturday Night Raw, basically. You know? I mean, sure, it feels like more of a glorified Raw if you're honest to ourselves. This is more like a glorified Raw. Okay? Oh, but title matches, who cares? You know? Like, it doesn't have, like, the big match feel. It doesn't have the big star power. Like or not, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes is not star power. Not saying the storyline is bad, even though I'm not really always a big fan of the storyline with this shit, because I'm not, like, I don't really care for Cody Rhodes. And I'm not like I'm a big Owens fan, but I do like him, like, you know, I think the guy has some potential, just like the booking of him is bad. You know, but the reality is, like, what are we doing here? You know? I don't know. Like, Orton's not even going to be on the fucking show, and he's a big star. That's a sad thing. You had a lot of stars from the before, and you're treating them like shit. Like, you treat Rey Mysterio like shit. Even though Paul's not going to be on this fucking show, like, what are we doing? I don't know. I understand it's only a 2-hour show, but they're not even treating it as, like, big or must-see, or doing some big matches on this show. You know? Heck, you could even do, like, a 6-man tag match with a bunch of people with some star power. That already could be something big. Yet they're not doing anything. You know? It's a darn shame. It's such a darn shame. What are they doing? They could easily have... I don't know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let's just say I'm not ditching SantaCon for this show. I'll review this show, but it's going to be definitely on a Sunday. and I'm not missing SantaCon at all. SantaCon, for those who people don't know, is literally a nationwide, uh, holiday bar crawl type of thing. It's a convention bar crawl. Um, it's for the holidays. Obviously, it involves people dressing up as Santa. You get to meet some baddies. You know, that's really what I'm going for. It's for the fucking baddies, man. We're gonna get them baddies. Make them go, oh shit, oh shit, on the big black couch. You know, that's the goal, man. That's the goal with SantaCon. You know, um, SantaCon is a vibe, bro. It's one of the funnest things to do during the holiday season. I'm proud that I've been part of SantaCon for the past 2 years. Now I'm gonna do it for the third year, and hopefully, some fun stuff's gonna happen. But for sure, I'm not freaking ditching that Saturday. I'm not ditching SantaCon for Saturday Night Main Event. You see, it's very sad because this is the first Saturday Night Main Event like that's being broadcast again after how many years? Since like 2008, and they didn't do Saturday Night Main Event since like 1992 consistently. Then they brought it back for like a few years during the Ruthless Aggression era. And yeah, like, it's just sad, man. They're not even treating this show as big. Like, what are we doing here? People, you could argue that, oh, the Saturday Night Main Event they did during the Ruthless Aggression era were not like as big as they should be. But if you really think about it, compared to now, the Saturday Night Main Events were fucking better than this. That's for sure. You know, it actually meant like somewhat must-see stuff. Like, what are we doing here? You know, they're not even doing anything that's like exciting or big. Any big segments, you know? Will Hogan be on the show? I don't fucking know. Maybe, I don't know. Jesse Ventura, I'm trying to freak out. I got a call from the Bayas, and Triple H gave me a little call. I'm not no longer upset, but my government has lied to me before when they called me a call. They told me that there was no go for talking, there was no termites and feces. But my government has lied to me before. Now I'm being suffered to have to go back to Saturday Night Main Event with all Chang, so I could take it back to the Bayas. Yeah, I don't know. Derby lad, termite paint, feces in the Gulf of Talking. I'm a frogman just like Super. Don't tell me got full more eruption you. Come on, Chris, don't tell me that it happened. I was there. I was there doing tricep extensions in the Gulf of Talking. I'm a frogman just like everybody in this stupid fucking world. I was right in the Bayas. I saw my government has lied to me before. They told me that there was no feces, a thermite paint in the Gulf of Talking. It's a freaking conspiracy theory, Matsu. I don't know if that was the best Jesse Ventura impression, but I do like Jesse Ventura. It would be nice to see hear his voice. After all, he's gonna be back for all the Saturday Night Main Events, anyways. They're gonna do another Saturday Night Main Event in January before Royal Rumble, so I'll definitely watch that live. That's for sure. But seriously, man, their biggest mistake is doing Saturday Night Main Event on the day of SantaCon. Okay. SantaCon again, biggest convention, known for, especially in New York. I mean, it's a nationwide thing where they're you'll see people doing SantaCons in California, East Side type of stuff, But the thing is, or East Coast. But the thing is, freaking Saturday Night Main Events, that is definitely going to prove to be a big competition, especially for Saturday Night Main Event is taking place in New York. Okay, you expect a low turnout and low ratings for that. That's all I have to really say. It's a darn shame because I was thinking if only Saturday Night Main Event was not happening during SantaCon, then sure, I wouldn't mind getting a ticket. But man, I'm telling you, this show is not worth getting a ticket. You might as well just stay home. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck. I wouldn't mind getting a ticket for this show, but it has proven that they're not really trying to make it seem like this is a big show to do. It's like they're just, they're getting paid, they got their money, they're doing little extra content for Saturday because they got on NBC, but at the end of the day, it's not like they're trying, it seems like. It's a really darn shame. But anyway, so aside from that, Raw happened. Raw was not good. It was really boring. Felt like the same shit, that's for sure. Yeah, it was back to boring, shitty Raws. Not that Raw was like great last week. I mean, it was better than usual, but now Raw is back to basically being just plain shit. It was a really boring show compared to last week. That's for sure. So I don't know what to really say about this show. This show was pretty boring. The main thing that they were hyping the show about is like Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez, two former best friends, in an anything goes match. So they kept hyping up this match as this could happen on Monday Night Raw. Like if you saw Monday Night Raws on commercial, so usually when Monday Night Raws you see commercials, it's like a generic commercial. Like get it, watch Monday Night Raw every Monday on the USA Network. Well, until they moved to Netflix. Like before, they used to hype up stuff like what's coming up next Monday Night Raw, right? One of the times where they actually hype up something from next Monday on Monday Night Raw, it's freaking. First it was a shitty voice. It's not like the old voice that you used to have, doing hype up commercials. It's like, oh, check out Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a very big match. Like, who the fuck cares? Again, you're hyping a show based on women's wrestling. Again, women's wrestling don't draw. No one cares about women's goddamn wrestling besides fucking cucks and faggots. The only reason why they made this match, trying to make this match, was because they knew no one's gonna fucking care, but they're gonna make this an anything goes match. Because get it, if the men can do it, women can do it too, and they're Amazoni women type of shit, so they can basically do hardcore shit or whatever. Try to make people pretend to care about this show, but whatever. So that's what this show was. This show was basically, get it, they're Amazonian freaking women looking bitches, and they're gonna do hardcore shit or whatever. Whatever. I don't know what to say. The show started with, what did it start with? I forgot already what this show started with. Not that I freaking give a fuck. Oh yeah, the show started with, Gunter. And again, they sadly make Gunter look weak. Like, this is your world fucking champion. The fact that this guy's also not main event in the fucking show, not being big time, is fucking retarded. That's all I have to really say, Anyways, Gunter comes out and says, as everybody has seen there already, quite obviously Finn Balor has made a grave mistake, as whether he's delivered or not, but he has an undivided attention. I guarantee you right now, at Saturday main event, it will not end up like the Survivor Series for me, and if Finn Balor comes out with the Judgment Day or whatever, he says, you're not Gunter. You could have given me like a title like I deserve, but instead you wanted to mess with me and give me to someone who doesn't deserve, like Dirty Dome. But let's be real, I'm really the only reason why you're Leatherweight champion right now. And if I heard, like you said, and the right thing, a Sunday main event, it will not be like Survivor Series, because on Survivor Series, you're gonna take your title because of me. A Sunday main event, you lose the title because of me. After 8 long years, Finn Balor walks out the Sunday main event, the new Leatherweight champion. Gunter says, let me get this straight. Right away, you don't earn the title match on Saturday. The audacity of you claiming any responsibility of me being the world champion is what earned you the title match on Saturday. And I get it. You're frustrated because 8 years ago you became the first Universal Champion. And at that point in my career, I looked up there, respected you. Over time, to be honest, the respect kept fading away because I chose to. And it's because you started to cut corners, you take shortcuts, and you aligned yourself to this Judgment Day. You chose to hang with a bunch of weirdos in the clubhouse. Which, is he wrong? I mean, I was never a fan of Finn Balor, but like, is he wrong with like, what he said, like, who the fuck wants to be with a group with a bunch of losers? Like, he basically called them a bunch of losers, so. He chose to play second fiddle to Damian Priest. So here we are now, standing across each other with no respect left. And I frequently and literally looking down on you 8 years ago. You were the best in the world. And one night, I am the best in the world right now and 1,000 days to come. And the title proves it. The only reason you won't leave the world champion, you're not on my level, and you never will be. So they have a little brawl. I don't know. Something that Balor said was stupid. He says, when Finn is game, he wins or something. I don't know what stupid word he said. It was just the most dumbest thing he said. It did not make any fucking sense. Gunter and Priest, Dame Priest got, Priest came out. And brawl ensues, whatever, but then eventually the judgment, Gunter, he attacks Priest. He was about to put him the power bomb, but then Finn Balor got involved. Gunter gets distracted, and the Judgment Day, Dame Priest got this. It makes no sense to me. Two big wrestlers like Gunter and Priest that easily get beat up by the Judgment Day. That's like fucking Cena and Orton. That's like Cena and Orton. They're getting beat up by like Kai and Tai. Let's be for real here. Like something like that. Or they're being like, okay, it's like Rock and Austin getting beat up by Kai and Tai. You know what I mean? Like that makes more sense. In Cena and Orton days, that's like fucking seeing like Cena and Orton. They're getting beat up by fucking. What are they getting beat up as? Like, who was like the jobber tag, Deuce and Domino or something? Okay, or like. Was there like what fucking big? I don't know. It's just like that's like the freaking easiest. I don't even know. The new breed. That's like them getting beat up by the new breed, Cena and Orton. I don't know. Like how does that make any fucking sense? You know what I mean, folks? It makes no sense. Kayfabe wise in terms of legitimacy that Damian Priest supposedly have in Gunter, and yet they get beat up by the Judgment Day. Like what are we doing here? And then after that, we see Adam Pearce informs Finn Balor that the World Heavyweight Championship will no longer be a singles match, based on the events, and that it will now be a triple threat. And then like this makes Balor angry, and then and also he wants them to lead by example. And then next week on Monday Night Raw, JD and Finn will defend their tag titles against the War Raiders, and then the Dead Judgment Day are banned from ringside. I don't know. Like, the thing is, I don't mind this match being a triple threat because the match will be better. But, like, at the end of the day, what makes sense for Damian Priest to get another shot? You know what I mean? I mean, I get it because what happened, like, shenanigans. But, like, shouldn't they have built up to the reason that why Damian Priest would be involved in the match or get Adam? Like, why don't they do maybe, like, a match with Damian Priest, like Damian Priest versus even Balor as the main event? Even though I don't want to see that match. But, like, the stakes are, if Priest wins, he's added to the title match. It could be something simple as that. You know? It could be something simple. Him versus even Gunter. I don't know, something. Something to make some fucking sense where Priest would have been added to the match. But no, they didn't do that. Instead, we got a typical women's main event, but I'll get it's no disqualification because who the fuck's gonna care about that match? And it's just some shit that we've seen before. Like, couldn't that match have been the, like, semi-main event at least? I don't even know. I don't fucking care, but it's whatever. I don't care. First match, man, this was a fucking joke. The the Final Testament with The Miz, they defeated the Wyatt Six. And I just think this is hilarious. It's funny how the Y6 lost, okay? Like, I'm just kind of happy they lost. Because I just think that the Y6 are a bunch of joke. It's a joke. Like, I understand you need to lose. Like, there needs to be but like, wow. This is their first year. And already, like, in, like, 3 matches in, I think, they already lose a fucking tag match. So it's already 50-50 bullshit. I don't care. I just think it's funny. You know, the Y6 is a fail. In my honest opinion, I just think it's a joke. It was never gonna work. And I just can't help but laugh. I laughed when they fucking lost. I just thought it was hilarious. Scarlett Bordeaux, fucking sexy Scarlett Bordeaux, by the way, was invited to be like Kashmir Osho shit. Oh, yeah, in case y'all wonder, where the fuck is my Coca-Cola in a stylus glass? Well, I'm on some supplements right now, so that's why I couldn't drink at the moment. she got attacked by Nice, what's her name? Fucking Nikki Cross, and I don't care, but like that caused like a little distraction, and I don't know. Oh yeah, Paul Ellering was there, and he blew like some flower that to Bo Dallas and or Uncle Howdy, and yeah, can't help but laugh, but that's funny, you know. It's fucking a mess. It's a flowery mess. The Y6 is. It's like that's symbolic to it. It's a fucking mess. It's a mess in the kitchen. Oh, but Triple H is cooking. What kind of term is that? It's fucking dumb. But yeah, CM Punk interview by Jackie Redmond. They talk about the Blackhawks. And then, let's talk about something more relevant. Then CM Punk says, no, I don't think it's the right time to talk about that. It's a personal... Oh, yeah, basically, like, they mentioned, like, oh, what's the favor that's to talk about it? And then basically, some Punk says, it's a personal thing. You know, me and him go way back, so it's only between us for some reason. Like, okay, like, what is it? Like, why mention it, you know? Unless, like, they're going to mention the future, but it's like, what is the favor? Is it going to be some dumb favor? Like, the only favor that makes sense is, like, if CM Punk gets a shot for the world title. Like, that's the only favor that makes sense. And is that really something to be keeping secret of? You know what I mean, folks? Like, what's there to keep a secret for a fucking world title match? But whatever. Jackie Redmond then says, let's talk about Seth Rollins. I mean, you said last week that you don't think about him, or he's made it clear that he has his eyes sit on you, and he's willing to force the issue. How do you handle it? And then CM Punk basically said, I'm just thinking to myself, where the fuck was Punk tonight? Like, is this like they did a pre-date segment, like they couldn't have him on the show, or I don't know. And so keep in mind that this is before Saturday Night Main Event. They couldn't have done something to build up to him, like being a Saturday Night Main Event, or heck, again, what's wrong with doing CM Punk versus... that's a WrestleMania match. Not really. If you ask me, that could have been a Saturday Night Main Event match, but like whatever. He says, I think it's no secret that anybody's I'm gonna shy away from a fight if they come to me. I start swinging. But if it comes to Seth's hatred of me, I'm more confused than anybody because I don't hate Seth Rollins at all. I mean, I think I understand. You have to talk about the history of myself and Rollins. It goes like you're talking about the 16-year-old Seth Rollins came to CM Punk asking to be a trainer to become a pro wrestler for free, and that's to keep our story that everyone likes to leave out. Now the entire I think that's carried over is to adult Seth Rollins. You know, who wants to be the best in the world, who wants to be everything in the top 10 of the greatest of all time. I remember when he was the top 10 list of people who to be fired from this place, and I shield him. And I guess that he lived up to my shout. I hate me too. Seth Rollins is extremely talented, multi-time world champion, accomplished a lot of things when I left. And then whatever. But I don't claim to do such things because I want to thank you. I recognize a 16-year-old kid with all the potential world, and in my absence with this company, he did a fantastic job. But simply put, the starter's back. The second string has been put back in the bench. So basically, like he mentioned, like how CM Punk said that Seth Rollins is probably just jealous of him because of their little past or whatever. Second match, Liv Morgan defeats Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, I think she's in the fucking tournament match, and yet we're supposed to care about her because get it, like, she's gonna be basically planned to probably win the stupid fucking Intercontinental Women's Championship. Not that I give a fuck. During this, we then see freaking what's her name? Io Sky gets involved, and then like she gets knocked out or whatever. We see Cody Rhodes is there because they're doing the stupid trading scenario where every wrestler is going on each. Like, it's just like it's so dumb. Like, can't they just end the fucking brand split? You don't need a fucking brand split. Just have the wrestlers on both shows, like please. Cody's runs into the New Day backstage. Oh yeah, the New Day they kept running to like the backstage and no one likes them. Basically, they're ashamed of them. Cody then says that you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. And then, like, I don't know, he mentioned how Woods and him, they knew each other since they were kids. And I'm just disappointed in you, bruh. Apparently, Cody Rhodes and Xavier Woods, they actually know each other in real life, where they actually knew each other when they were little. So it's like, whatever. We get Drew McIntyre backstage promo. He says Hell in a Cell was the most violent match of my career. In the end of the day, I scrambled in a blood loss. I could have been a Raw post bad blood against doctor's orders. I proved time and time again the Scottish Warrior isn't just a catchy nickname. It is on. But I had to go back to Scotland. My family needed me because, like, in real life, a family member did pass away. So, God bless him. 2024 should have been my career of Drew McIntyre. But time and time again, I kept getting screwed over the line. And while I was at home, I started to kept creeping into my mind, burning in my head. What if I'm wrong? What if everybody was right? What if the people truly change? What if my gut was wrong? But then I turned on Survivor Series. I saw Roman Reigns standing side by side with CM Punk. And who sided by them? Sami, Jay, and Jay. And the super fingers in the air. But everybody know that Roman snapped his fingers. They would put their tail in between their legs. And they run right by your side. At least CM Punk took the bribe. They all sold out for absolutely nothing. And it was all clear that if I come back, that I was going to take out Sami Zayn, I was taking out Jey Uso, spending time in the back. I realized I can't change the past if I wanted to, but I could change the present and hopefully the future, because like he's like still angry about the bloodline shit. So I was like, okay, at least that's something. We then get a Seth Rollins promo, who has a promo again with Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins says, welcome on night, Rollins. I am your host tonight. I'm a visionary. I'm like, shut the fuck up. He said, we got a lot to talk about. Let's give up for my man CM Punk. And then for some reason, like, the fans are acting very smarky where they're booing CM Punk and chanting CM Punk. Like, what is it? Like, what's wrong? This is the problem with fucking these fans. They don't know what the fuck to cheer for. CM Punk say, Punker, go ahead, chant his name, and dude, when your days are done in the ring, CM Punk has got a career as a politician ahead of him. I tell you what, that's right there. I'm going to talk about early night. That was a masterclass of how you spin the truth, huh? Right. You talk about a little bit of truth, spin it around and play the victim, and CM Punk has been doing that his entire career. He's a fraud. He's common. And you want to talk about me and Punk? I'll tell you the truth. CM Punk was right. I did go to him to get trained. Absolutely, and one time, he was the best in the world, no doubt about it. I looked up to Punk. I idolized him. We were friends. But the story ended there. You wonder yourself, why does CF Rollins hate CM Punk so much? And the part of CM Punk's theory left out is like, when he left the doors 10, 11 years ago, I called and texted him because of his friend. I respected him and stood what he stood for. And what did they get back? Nothing. I got ghosted by CM Punk. I wasn't just me. It was every single person who was friends with him. Because if you didn't quit your dream job, your priorities didn't line up with Team CM Punk, you're an evil man. And the story ended there. That's not what happened, because the next 10 years, all CM Punk tried to do is tear this company down. All he did. He talked so much crap as he could. He took any shots as he could. And he finally came back. You know what he did? He failed at everything else. He burned every single bridge. And because the money was right. So yeah, he came back. And I used his name. And I used to respect CM Punk too. But I wanted to be like CM Punk. I wanted to follow his footsteps, but now everything I wanted to do, I wanted to strike Punk or whatever. Which I mean, okay, makes a little sense of like why he has instilled some hatred. I mean, we kind of heard this before, but whatever. We then see Sami Zayn come out. He says, "Look, man, I know you're angry. And some things, I was angry, and I want to put this middle of the ring, and I just want to say, I'm sorry." Yeah, fuck it. Sami Zayn having like this man crush for Jey Uso is fucking retarded, by the way. Like, why is he acting like such a fucking man crushy dude? Like, what are we doing here? It's pretty neat. I don't know. He wants to say, "I'm sorry about what happened with Jay last week. I thought it was your fault." And then Sami, you know what, Sammy? I'm glad you brought this up because I really am. Because the thing is, I know it's being up inside last week, and it's been all, we've been friends for 20 years. Our kids play together, man. We're like this. But but when Jay went down, I was the first thing that came to my mind. Like, dude, I don't know why. I mean, let me just talk about this. Like, I do think what would be a nice swerve is like Seth Rollins becomes basically an accomplice. Like, it's kind of like a similar Rikishi Triple H thing to Stone Cold. Like, I think that would be a nice little thing where like Seth Rollins, like, he kind of actually wanted Jay to get hurt, and Sammy, because like in reality he hates the bloodline so much now he's willing to freaking turn on everybody, and he's gonna like be siding with Drew. That would make some sense. Like they essentially become like a modern power trip. That would be kind of something, you know. Everyone's like, you know, there was a reason, because you know what happened. Like, you know, what's out in your mind. You know, you were in the Seth Rollins I know for 20 years. You wanted to, you know, you sounded like less like Seth Rollins and more like Drew McIntyre, because of how you were in with the whole issue with myself and the bloodline. Seth Rollins says, I am now Drew McIntyre. And Sammy says, you're not Drew McIntyre, okay, you're not, but you're better, you're a better person, but you sound like more like him, you're becoming like him because with this hatred Punk, and now you're hating CM Punk. And then Seth Rollins says, you know, thank you, Sammy, all I want is appreciate that. And then Sammy's like, okay, are we good? And yeah, we're good, man, we're good, we're good, happy family. I was like, it's like, that was a little weird. The way they ended it was pretty weird and kind of lame and gay. And then Sammy says, you know, I have pretty good advice, you know. Here's how I'm going to handle the Drew McIntyre business. It's going to be a Saturday Night Main Event, me and Drew McIntyre. It's like, really? This is like out of nowhere. This is the match they're doing as Saturday Night Main Event. They could have easily just put, based on what happened last week, you know, Punk versus fucking Rollins. You know, since I'm based on things, what makes sense to build up. Because it seems like McIntyre and Sammy, it's just like a match, like really? They're building that up for no reason? Like they could easily build that match and save that match for the Raw on Netflix. Make it big enough as they can try to be, you know? Or even they could build up to the other Saturday Night Main Event that's coming up in January. This match is like, whatever, you know? Like, goddamn. Third match, Lyra Valkyria defeats Zelina Vega and Ivy Nile for the first round intercontinental bullshit match, whatever. We then get the New Day segment, whatever. The New Day, like, you know, they're like interview backstage, but then they took the camera and they decided to go to the ring, and they're getting booed heavily. You get Big E chants. Kofi Kingston says, no, you mean to tell me after 10 years of positivity and Woods and I giving you, this is how you guys get mad over us? Over the New Day? The New Day, and then Xavier says, we came out here, we didn't even want to do anything to eat. You know, and then Kofi says, we know we could have taken a steel chair to Big E's back. We could have taken a schedule next, guys. And Xavier says, you know what? And then they exit the ring. Like, they got booed and they really didn't really talk much. Like, so much for their false advertisement talking about why they basically did what they did. You know, they didn't get to really explain, unless that was the plan, but like it kind of seems like a shitty plan. I'm not saying this is bad, because again, I'm not trying to turn on what I think about the New Day thing. I think obviously they should be heels, but they should have explained it. But like, they wasted people's time, you know? Because they just came out to just get booed, really. Like, really? That's what you did? Whatever. The main event, Rhea Ripley defeats Raquel Rodriguez in the Anything Goes match. Two best girlies, and like, who the fuck really cares? Oh wow, a bunch of kendo sticks and a bunch of, you know, chairs, you know, no chair shot at, not that I want to see chair shots to the head. I mean, again, you see, I actually care for women. For you people that fucking like, oh, you know, how do you don't like women? Because I actually care for women. I don't want to see women fucking hurt themselves. Like, you saw Rhea Ripley having a little gash on her arm. Anyways, like, again, women are not made to have these types of matches, okay? They're clearly rushing this match, by the way. Like, oh, I'll get a table. They're bringing out a table. Like, typical, every time we gotta do a table spot, we gotta bring a table because it pops the crowd. They had to rush this match because it seemed like they were running low on timing. But regardless, like, listen, sure, the match wasn't terrible. It's like, but who really cares at the end of the day? Bunch of, you know, kendo sticks and, like, lame weapon ways, like, you know, I mean, not that I care, like, not that I want to see the women get hurt, but, like, you know, but just, like, whatever. Liv Morgan got involved, and then she got hurt quickly. Oh, yeah, Io Sky then got involved, too, because they're shit. And then, because they were rushing through this match, eventually Rhea Ripley does put Raquel through the table and wins, which whatever. I mean, good for her winning. And then the show ends with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. They hold up the women's title because they want to be women's champion. So I see like in the future you're gonna do a shitty triple threat or whatever. So yeah, that was Raw, and like really that was the main event. Like really, that's the main event for the show. And this was how Raw was. Like honestly, this Raw was pretty boring for the most part. You know. So nothing much really happened for the show. So that's what I have to say. I thought the show was kind of boring for the most part. I really felt like bored. But yeah, that was Raw. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. It's definitely the go-home show for Saturday Night Main Event does not feel important. You know? Especially come on. Gunther's the fucking World Heavyweight Champion, and he's not main eventing the fucking show. Oh, but we're gonna pretend the women's title or world champion. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. It's not like Rhea Ripley's facing Liv at Saturday Night Main Event. Why is that match the main event? I don't even know. I mean, you're better off having that match than the set. I mean, well, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, that was Raw. Raw was very boring and lame. It was back to normal shit. And I just thought it was funny that freaking the Y6 lost. So that's really just the only takeaway from the show. I'm just keep it real. Get your gains. Cole is magnificently inspired. Miss Bitch go. Oh shit. That's what I gotta say. Until next time. Peace. Yeah, bye. Drink your clothes magnificently. And Saturday Main Event. Not looking forward to it. That's for sure. Next time. Peace. Yeah, bye.